up, everybody? All right, I'm gonna give it a second. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't read for the signs. But I'm going to today. What do you need to be aware of? Also, check your placements. Check your placements. If you don't know your chart, go to astrologycafe.com. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So also to all your karmics out there watching, trying to see what we're doing. Don't think you're the one getting the blessings and new beginning coming in. Just, here's the thing. Before I came on here, I prayed and I was like, what's the message? I wasn't even gonna come on here. I've been working, but it's cleaning and whatever, do my shit. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get the message out. So I'm like, what am I going to talk about? And one thing is, I got a lot of downloads, but yeah, clear your space. This is collective, clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you. Maybe you need to move shit around, people, places, things, because right now, okay, first of all, what did God create first? The sun, right? The sun. So we are the sun. The moon is an illusion. What did they say? We are in this world, not of it. But the illusion is, which is that moon. And the moon represents, what's hidden. So the moon is, the sun always, that's you. That's your original self. That's the God within you. Why do you think he went on a journey on his own? Look at all the books. And people say, oh, the Bible, this and that. Look, go on. I know, because people don't want to look shit up on their own. They got to do it the quick way. What is that called? Gemini or Chat GP, LMNOP. I saw a sign on a bumper sticker today that said, what is below and nothing else involved with it. It reminded me of you. Wait, I said, what is below and nothing else involved with it. We ain't involved in that shit. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit about trolls. I don't care about these weird people just walking around. What they're trying to do is get you stuck in another cycle, in a weird relationship or codependency, or thinking that you're stuck. Maybe it's a mindset. Maybe it's, you forgetting who you are. Maybe it's you, self-talk. Everything, people. Guys, listen, thank you for liking, subscribing. Also, I want to put this out here. I work for the Most High, okay? So you can troll, you can do whatever you want. You're just showing your insecurities and blah, 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 blah. So you can sit back and take the message, or you can get the fuck out of here. Or you can sit here and troll, and all of us on here, we're just going to see, stuff that you haven't healed. So do what you want. That shit don't faze me. You can't play with my energy. My vessel is used for the Most High, and my spirit guides to speak the message out clearly to help whoever. I ain't worried about numbers. I ain't worried about this. I ain't worried about who said what and this said. This is part of my purpose. This is why I started my channel, is to help people wake up and understand and live their best lives. Happy, healthy, protected. Generational wealth is knowledge. What is that when they say, what was I thinking? Look stuff up in the Latin dictionary also, but the older you get, when you have knowledge, the more you see, the more people get upset, because we are all spirit. What spirit's within you, right? So they want to, this is like, oh shit, we found a real one. They can't do shit to you. They sit and look. They have to shut up. But what I'm saying is, here's my mind. Welcome to Gemini. I have a new Cash App. It's $gains 1982. So if you guys would like to donate, thank you. It supports the channel. And that's another thing I was talking about the other day. Speaking of that, is a lot of big businesses are getting shut the fuck down right now. So support. Thank you, June. Support your local businesses. You know, I was talking to my friend the other day at work, and she was telling me, she's like, before we went and worked out. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. She was like, she gave me a ride home. We went and worked out, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, hold my curry, right? And she's like, you know, this lady, I go there and support her. This lady runs her own restaurant. She does the cooking. She's a waitress. She's a host. She does everything, okay? And she's been running it by herself for over 10 years. And she's like, you know, she's all, nobody else ever worked for her. I'm like, that's smart, you know, but she's on it. And that's why it's prospered even through COVID bullshit, because she had no fear. She ran her shit. But people tried to steal. Like, how fucked up is that? They know this lady is doing everything. She's running the whole fucking restaurant, right? So she made this lady's smart. I'll sit down and talk to her. But she made a maze, actually, for people to go. If they try to get out the restaurant, she's back there cooking, they have to basically get through a maze so they can't steal. That goes in real life. So, anyways, I'm like, that lady's smart, but that's the maze. Yeah, Clark Kent can go to hell. So anyways, we're not going to pay attention to that stuff. So we're not here. I'm not here. Look, I'm good. My karmic debt is, my slate is clean. My debt, my this, my that. I'm here to relay a message, okay? So don't come on here trying to fuck with my energy, Clark Kent. Just because you have a heavy spirit on you, don't project that over here, because whatever you do goes right back to you. And that's the cool thing about, quit trying to mirror your bullshit onto other people, because you know what, those of us, you can't touch us. That is what I want to say right now. We're not gonna sit here. Here comes the trolls. All right, here we go. Thank you, and let them go, because actually, guys, it's okay. Why do people troll? Because they are hurt. They're searching for something. They're looking for anything they can find, but anybody. You know what I mean? Shit, man. None of us are perfect. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I know my truth, and I know who I am, and I know my purpose. Look at how God walked. He did this journey on his own. Jesus. Why do you think he had 12 disciples all around him? Why do you think there was a death and a rebirth? Why do you think? They troll because they are low entities. They are little baby demons. They are hurt. They are sad. They are broken. You know, they try to project, you know, what they cannot heal, or they just don't know. They're confused. They have no clarity. They let a certain entity take over. So, you know, a strong mind is knowing who the fuck you are and keep on going and speaking your truth and not giving a fuck about these stupid ass relationships, people, places, things, family members, co-workers, you know, someone trying to keep you trapped on things. Well, you know, I did this and that, but it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. When people disrespect you, try to come into your house, which is your temple, which is right here, try to fuck with your temple, which is your brain, your thought process, your soul, your spirit, physically, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, there's a problem. You need to stay outside, and you can stay outside. All you can do is look through the motherfucking window. All you can try to do is look online. All you can do is watch. And that's what it was. And that's what I saw in my dream. Everyone who tried to do shit in the moon, and I'm not cursing, actually educate yourself. These are words. Cursing and hexing is speaking bad onto people and projecting, which you are doing right now. Do not curse or hex me. I'm the rubber, you're the glue, whatever you say comes back to you. Educate yourself. Thank you. Me expressing myself, you don't like it? I'm my true authentic me. Don't tell me. And that's the problem with people. Don't do this, don't do that. Judge, judge, judge. You know what? What have you done? People who do this, what have you done for yourself physically, spiritually, emotionally? What have you done? What have you done? Because y'all don't know what we did And there's no such thing of prophets. You know what a prophet is? People educate. A prophet speaks the truth. A false prophet doesn't. You see all these churches, you see all this bullshit. There's no cars in there. They ain't helping nobody. They're just buildings. And you know why? Because it's fake. That's my other dream. John Travolta with the fucked up wig, count money in the back, laughing, ha ha ha. Yeah, there's a demon sitting on church. They ain't doing shit for nobody. They're just doing it's just to collect money. False prophets. Use your discernment. But yet these people, I go to church. You are your church. You are your church. This is everything. You are everything. And so, people down here with the low, they don't have they got they have a, blockage on their mind. They're not going to understand. Why do you think if you look up a cryptic, if you learn how to speak certain languages and actually study it and the way it's written, what paradigm are you reading it? Same thing as in the Bible. What paradigm? 14:14, 5:5, 11:27, 5:38, 11:1:1. So here's what it is. We're not going on either side. I don't give a fuck what side you're on, because guess what? This is my channel and I'm speaking. So I'm doing my purpose. Is your purpose here to troll? I don't know. But here's the thing. I don't care. The problem is, it's not even a problem, because it's a problem for you guys now, because all that shit is going back. Like I said in my other videos, everything you put out is coming back to you. Everything. There's no more projecting onto, you can't do it to those of us. You could do it to people like you, and you guys just keep bouncing off each other, because they're going to do the same thing back. It's like patty cake, right? Miss Mary Mac, right? All dressed in black, right? And I looked up that song meaning the other day, and something with freedom. Y'all ain't got no freedom because you can't even free your mind. You know what I mean? You're in a mind, your own prison in your mind. You put yourself there, because actually, if you know who the fuck you are, you know your purpose, you ain't worried about what blah, 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 da said. You solely focus on what does ritual mean? What you do on the daily, right? Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. What did you do for yourself today? Huh? I ain't worried about what that person did. That's not my problem. Mine is to build myself strong, go on my journey on my own. If people, if they are here to poke the bear or, try to put roadblocks in my way, I'm going to run you the fuck over. Don't care. Bitch, you try to put a roadblock and then you could try, oh no, what did I do? I don't know. That, door is locked. Okay? I don't need to explain shit to nobody. You understand? I don't care. And people say, well, why are you so blah, blah, blah? Oh, here we go. Is she drunk or high? Are you stupid? See what I mean? This shit is old, guys. Return back to sender. What did you do today, Corey, for yourself? What did you do? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, anything? But yet you're on here. Tell us, we'll wait. Oh no, we won't wait because you got flushed on the toilet. Anyways, so you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. They're in competition. They try to be in competition with you, but the funny thing is, we're not in competition with nobody. I'm just doing me. And if you're getting in my way, you're gone. Stability, what is it? Stability of my mind. You fucking with my mind, you fucking with my heart, you fucking with my soul, you fucking with my spirit, you fucking with my stability, you trying to slow me down on my purpose, you got to go. So I don't care. You could sit and watch, you can cry, you can this and that, but let me tell you, there's a difference. We are healers. There are prophets. There are earth angels. We're here. Okay? So, you don't believe in that shit? Well, cool. I mean, it's whatever. Something about December, something about the 16th. 3, 7, that's 10. So a lot of you guys are getting new beginnings, and you know, these people trying to come back from your past, entities, whatever it is, trying to keep you in stuck relationships, trying to keep you stuck at a job, trying to keep you stuck in your mind, or maybe that's you, you know, but you passed all this. Once you realize who you are, your gifts, and stop giving a fuck about the bullshit, that's when you realize you have God within you. You have everything. The illusion is we are, look at, we are in this world, not of it. Do you understand? The moon is here to try to say, oh, you know, well, this is this and that is that, and you can't do this and you can't. Said who? Said who? I can't do what? Said who? I can do anything. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So who the fuck are you? Keep going. Keep going. And you know what? That's the thing blocking your blessings, you know, is to have self-doubt and fear. What the fuck is fear? There is no fear. And it says, and you can look up in the Bible, you can look up in the book of Enoch, you could look up in any Bible, Hindu Bible, any Bible, and any freaking culture. And here's the thing, you know, got the Christians, what man-made thing, they got demons sitting on the church, and you know, just using it, you know, the false, whatever, I don't give a fuck, okay? But what I'm saying is, hey, what I'm saying is, if you get a summary, go on, what is Chat GPT, I don't know, I don't have that, but if you go on there, ask for a summary of, oh, and the Chiron, you know, the Bible, the King James Version, any Bible, and any culture, they are lessons that man, God went through. What is it in there? Lust, okay? People dealing with lust. What is in there? Two brothers fighting. What is in there? Murder. What is in there? Jealousy. What is in there? Hate. What is in there? The same things that are going on today, right? Just in a different book. You know, so I don't understand why people are like, well, this is the only book. This is, guys, it is all lessons that we go through that God has went through, right? But these are the tests and things, right? But to remember that you are the sun, you are the light. The moon is an illusion. So once you get out of that mindset, which, you know, you're putting here conditioned to, your world changes. And, you know, it's hard to see sometimes, but I couldn't sit here and talk to y'all unless I've been through it. And when I say, what have you done spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, that's work every day, every single day. So, you know, when people sit there and ha ha, he, hex, curse, that shit don't fucking touch me, and it don't touch you guys. And I'm proud of you, collective. I'm proud of you guys, because you know what? You're above that, and you see the bigger picture. You see it for what it is. But, you know, they don't see the work that you've put into yourself. All of it. All of it. You know, they don't point out, oh, here's my earring. And, you know, because they try to project stuff onto you, or, you know, steal, take, come against your character, right? Just to make you look a certain ways. But, you know, you could, look, you gain some weight, you lose some weight, you know, you go through some hardships, financial, because they could take. But you know what? They can't take you. They can't take your mind, body, soul, spirit. So once you understand who you are, they can't steal from you no more. Right? But when you're in that, and if you're unhealed, if you haven't gone through that process, and, you know, the healing and the awakening, so you can I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I once was blind, but now I see. Once that veil has been lifted, you know who the fuck you are, and you see that bullshit for what it is. I am the light. So when I walk there, there's no dark, because I am the light. So I see in the dark, I see everything. You see everything, right? Just saying. We shutting down demons one by one. But, you know, it ain't no fun when spirits got the gun. That's all I'm saying, is they can't fuck with you once you get up here. Now, we're none of us are in competition, because we have to remember where we're at, right? We have to remember when we went through this stuff. But look, I'm done in my life. well, I feel bad for that person and da 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 da. No one's stealing from me again. You know, that's part of the lessons, you know. Basically, what was that? I forget every time. The cartoon. I always forget it. But anyways, it's basically we're all on our own path and journey, right? What's in your backpack? What's in your backpack? Is it heavy? Is it guilt, shame, fear? Because fear is an illusion. Once you understand there is no fear, doors unlock. Doors, there is no fucking fear. Fear is created here. 13, 26, 11, 37, 21, 04, 42, 24, 6, 6. 10. 10, 10. So be mindful. Quit making excuses for these people. It's time to build. Look at the pyramids and everything. All the, like, I know I'm all over. I'm Gemini. I haven't talked on here for a while, but like, look at, who do you think built those? Just saying, back in the day, who do you think? Anyways, so we are here to build, okay? We're here to build. So last time I checked, I'm not worried about what, I'm not even gonna name names, blah, 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 is doing or what they think. If they're here to say this, you're trying to build something, right? You're building your house. Maybe it's you, but your actual house, right? Your stability. So you have a roof over your head, your peace, everything you've worked for. You get up, you know, you work hard, right? But then yet every day someone's like, hold on. So you're just building your house, right? Brick by brick. But then while you're building, you turn around for a second, you look over there, you go get some lunch, and someone's like, takes a brick off. At first, maybe you might not notice, right? Because just one here and there. 12, 26, 11, 39, 42, 5. Maybe you might not notice right away. You know, it's just one brick. Maybe just half a brick. Maybe it was just, you know, whatever it was, just something small. Slowly and slowly stealing from you, slowing you down, slowing you down on your path, on what you're trying to build, okay? But then you're like, oh, it's not that bad. It's just one brick. You know, it's just one little stone. You worked for that. You've been outside sweating, you know, working jobs to pay for that. You made it, you built it, whatever it is. You guys get what I'm saying? You've done that, and then quit making excuses because someone, I don't care if they went and scratched it and just a little bit. Who are you to touch my shit that I put there and built? And that's what I'm saying. 727, 2339, 1140. Right. So here's what's going to happen. Okay, so once you cut that out, and that's what I say, your abundance comes from standing your ground, protecting your peace, and quit letting people steal from you. Your purpose, your mind, your body, your spirit. This is you. This is your house, okay? So that's why I tell everyone, when you get up, when you work out, and a ritual, what do you do on the daily? You get up, you pray, you clean your house, you take care of your stuff. Look, I have a cardboard box, I have a mansion, but I'm going to take care of whatever I have, right? Take care of yourself. And people are like, well, I don't have time for myself. What good is anything and anything if you're not taking care of yourself? This is your home, guys. Okay? Quit letting people steal from that, because that is your temple. That is, you know, what spirit's within you, Christ-like consciousness. So are you going to let, you know, people think you're just going to heaven or hell? That's within your mind. That's within here, guys. So I'm sorry to, if you don't agree with me, it's whatever. Do your own research, but I'm here to, speak the message. So basically, yeah, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to do anything? How are you going to take care of your family? How are you going to be a good example? How are you going to feel good every day? You are you walking around. How about fuck everybody else, okay? It's just you. You wake up. What do you do? Okay. Your job is to take care of yourself physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of it, all of it, all of it. You can't, and that's like the chakras too, right? Yeah. Because if your roots, like a tree, if some of them are uprooted, here comes the wind, you're gonna get blown down. Boom, that's called a tower. That's called rock bottom, people say. Then you gotta start all over till you build your tree strong. There ain't nothing wrong with the tower in tarot. There ain't nothing, that's just like rock bottom, which rock bottom is a new beginning. A new beginning. You know what I mean? So you get to start over. Now some people are like, oh my God, I don't know what happened, blah, blah. You mad, bro? Yeah, start over, because here's what it is. Here's the sun, and then here comes Saturn to come to remind you, oh, you still allow people, retreat, to treat you a certain way, do what you love. It starts with you. You're going to still let, this person come in after they showed you who they are in a relationship. And when I say relationship, it can mean any kind. It can mean family, it can mean friends. Journey, what journey am I on? I'm on my own journey. We all are. I'm on my purpose. Exactly, what I've been here for, who I am. I know my purpose. So there's exactly what I was saying. And people, you need to quit judging or comparing this and that. So the plan is, thank you. When you get up, what are you doing here to build your house strong? This is your house. This is your car. What are you feeling? Your mind, body, soul, spirit, everything. What are you doing? And, none of us are perfect. We have our days. We go through this. We go through that. that's part of being here. This is just part of it. We're on Earth School, right? They call it university. We're on Earth School. Anyways, so, we chose to come here. So trust the divine plan. And the divine plan is, yes, is live from your spirit, is to remember what was created first, the sun. Then here comes the moon. That's illusions. So when you're looking at this, and if you know anything about zodiac, it's a south node, north node. And the south node here is when you're, when you're living in a 3D. What's the 3D? When you're only seeing things as, what you've been taught, or the illusions of this world, the material illusions, right? Your lower self, meaning like your higher self is your higher knowing, your Christ-like consciousness, you see. The older, when I say knowledge, it's just too, like, the more knowledge, the more you educate yourself, the more you see. People can't get bullshit past you, right? What does everybody want? I want to be peaceful, happy, healthy, safe. How are you going to be peaceful if you're letting these idiots run around in your life and just take a brick off your house? Meaning that too, like getting in your head. So, you can go to work and you got people fucking with you at work, right? Just for no reason. Their spirit just says, you're just happy. You just came into work, you're happy. You know what? Whatever it is. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're just in a good mood, but God forbid, oh no, you're in a good relationship, or you're just, you know what? You got a new house, you got a new car. It don't matter. Maybe you just got a smile on your face. And people got a problem with it. Who gives a fuck? The only reason, only bad spirits, people with a bad spirit are mad because someone else is happy. So, you know, tune out the distractions, right? Continue to love yourself and not, look, you want to kill a demon? You either call them out, you starve them, and quit fucking worry about them because they have no control of your life. We are here. We see what's going on, but they cannot get into your energy. So, you know, part of them still hanging on is you have a fear of losing somebody. You have a fear of what might happen. Why is there fear when it says there's many verses and, you know, she's clothed with strength and dignity and laughs without fear of the future. There is no fear. So that's an illusion. Fear is an illusion, right? Why do you think they can't manifest anything? Why do you think they're copycats? Why do you think, you know, this and that? Because why do you think they put TV projections? Because they cannot, evil cannot manifest. They need you to. So what do? They try to project. They try to mirror. No, that's getting reflected right back to them right fucking now. And that's what's happening right now in February. The wheel is turning. You know, I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't do black magic. What is black magic? When people try to do stuff in the dark to slow you the fuck down, get you off your purpose, steal from you, no matter if it's, you know, steal your peace, steal your time, still, you know, chipping away your character, who I built my whole life, right? We're going to spiritual court because you know what? I built this body, my temple, since the day I was born. And just because you weren't there to watch it, and guys, I'm speaking on myself, you know, what I've been through, because I know you guys are going through it too, just to reassure you to stand your ground and remember who you are. Once you remember who you are, right? Ain't nobody chipping away at me. And that's what I always say since I was a kid. You could take it, you fucking, look, I had people say, all my, fucking take it. But you can't take what I pour into myself, what I get up and do on the daily. Oh, maybe, well, if we make her move over here, maybe if we take this and bitch, I don't stop. You cannot stop me from growing closer to the Most High and, you know, spiritually. That's from the day I wake up, even while I'm sleeping, okay? Physically, I've been doing that since I was a kid too. Training. Sometimes I might slow down a little bit, but bitch, look, I don't stop, right? Emotionally, that comes with spiritually, because until you are spiritually strong, emotionally, you cannot balance your emotions. You know, you're going to get stuck on that. You're here, you're juggling like, well, why did they do this? And starting to feel bad for people who did this and that. No. Once you understand that, right? Just everything. So what do you do every day? And that is the one thing nobody can take from you, is what you pour into yourself. How you build your house. How you talk to yourself. What are you saying? Right? You know, when I was coaching and stuff at I've had some, you know, I love helping people become strong. You know, I'm not on here for clout. I'm not on here for whatever, you know. I was cleaning all day, I was doing whatever, but you know, I just, you know, like, what do I need to talk about? If I can help one person, then that's a blessing for me. Not for me, but to you. Like, I'm thankful. I want to help people, you know, not crawl through, but, you know, here's what I did. If I can do it, you can do it. And, you know, you can do it. The illusion is that you're stuck. The illusion is that it's that and that and that. But to see through that illusion, you have to get rid of the people, places, things, and maybe your self-talk and what you're focused on to see. Right? Now, there's people so worried, you know, like, shit, since the day we're born, they're already looking us up Social Security and they're all this. You got people like, what are they doing for the God? doing cards. You know what? That's not actually, a violation. When I pull cards on my channel, I'm just picking up the energy. I never pull cards on anybody without their permission unless they ask me, right? But that's what they do. So just like not even cards, right? So, they're just trying to look into your life. Now, if they're actually part of your life, they won't have to be like, what are they doing, right? No, I didn't think so. But they're blocked for whatever reason, right? But, who gives a fuck? Let them watch, because that was the message too. All they could do was watch. So basically, they're worried about, that's why I said, who gives a fuck about the haters or the trolls or what their people are trying to project? They don't even know who they are. Do you know how that's sad that is? So that means, they don't love themselves. What does God love? So basically, what did he create first? The sun. That's the light. That's you, right? So now, what do they try to do? Take your heart and block it or make you forget who you are? That's dark. So what do you need to do? Remember who you are again. Who are you? That's facing yourself in the mirror. That's like what Peter Pan, I say, he faced himself, cut that shadow off. Otherwise, oh my God, I'm scared of your shadow. You scared? Look at Mario Brothers. Remember the old school Mario Brothers game? That one castle, and he turned around, the ghosts follow him. But as soon as you turn around, the ghost stops. Right? As soon as you face it, it has to stop. It can't come. And then you turn around, it follows you. They can't touch you. They cannot touch you. Is that making sense? I know when I get going, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I ask for them to speak for me. But is that making sense? So stop self-sabotaging. Stop worrying about what that person. Why are you worried? If you're so worried about them, I mean, it's okay to worry about people, but not worry. And I don't like that, because I don't even like people when they talk to me and they say, well, what if this, that? Don't. That is a hex and a curse. Don't say what if, because I know who I am and I know what I'm getting and I know what I'm doing and I will have this, that, and it's for me, right? So don't speak like that. And to me, that is a hex and a curse. It's their insecurities, their fear, right? We all had to learn that, right? We go through different lessons in life. Like I said, remember the Mario Brother games, and you turn around and look at the ghost and it stops. Keep going. You know what I mean? Once you face it, they can't touch you. So basically, it's you. Cut that shadow off. Face it right the fuck up. Take accountability. Face your fear. Things that, and everything goes back through what they say, childhood wounds, People put on their masks because they've been hurt. They've been abused. And, so abused, why? Because since you were a little bitty baby, born innocent, right? What do they want to do? Abuse your mind, body, soul, spirit, physically, mentally, this and that, right? That's evil. Now, there's two things. You either heal from it and say, look, I've been through it all. Now I'm thankful. I'm not a pity party, but I'm thankful for it because, I can understand people and help them through it. Not by reading a book by what this person said. But no, I've healed from it. So I get it. I understand, and I can help people through it. I'm thankful. That's part of my purpose. I healed myself through many things, so I'm a healer. You're like, only Jesus was a healer. Spirit. What spirit's within you? What paradigm are you reading these things? I'm not even go there that day, but what I'm saying is I'm here to for all of those. I'm not holding, I don't need from nobody, okay? I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I don't care what this and that. Those people are hurt. They are who they are, so I'm just gonna leave them the fuck over there. They ain't allowed over here. And they can go through their karma, their What does karma mean? Lessons. They can deal with all that shit on their own. You know, the thing is, when people try to come back after doing these things, like, well, you know, it wasn't that bad, or, oh, I was just blah, blah, blah. No, that's not my problem. Back in the day, I'd be like, you know what, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Because you're taking a piece from myself that I built my whole life. But, you know, it's okay if this person just, you know, they just hit me, you know, now. But they were struck. They didn't know what they're doing. You know what? They're just having a bad day. Or, you know what? This person, they stole money, but they were just in whatever. But they didn't, you know, they don't care if money, they didn't see me working for that. You do not, it's a steal, my peace. Hey, I'm working. Stop blowing up my phone. Stop calling my phone. They don't respect you. Now they're fucking with your peace. Do you understand? That's part of your house. If they're taking bricks from your house, they're taking rocks from the house, they got to go because it's blocking your blessings. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, once you remember who you are, this tiny little bullshit, you don't see it. It's clear your space. It cannot touch you, and you don't need to explain to anybody about it. You know, you just don't. So I created this channel. I already told you guys why. It's to help as many people as I can. People looking for information, you know, online. Going through this, you know, once you awaken to things, you see stuff, you know. You start, and then they want to attack you. Oh no, they're starting to wake up. Let's pull them down. Let's, ooh, be the ghost. I see you. They have to stop. They got to. You have authority when you speak. They have to. They have to. There is no fear. You know, I do fear's head. There is no fear. You look it in the eye and cut its head off. Move, bitch. That's it. There's no fear. I see it. Okay, address it. Do what you gotta do. That is another. Do you remember Gulliver's Travel? Was it Gulliver's Travel? He's this big giant, and then all the little ones want to tie him down because they're scared of him. Look at King Kong and you know, Godzilla. They're scared of them, but they're not bad. There's just something they didn't understand, or they, you know, is bigger than them, right? So tie it down and hurt it, y'all. When you love yourself, when you know who you are, when you build yourself strong daily, you're not going to let someone come steal from you. Use your discernment who to help. Like I said, all these big companies are going to be closing. And I was talking about that lady who ran she's been running that whole restaurant for 10 years. All by herself, never had one employee, right? And she even made a maze if they want to steal from her to get out. That's the same fucking thing on earth. You want to steal from somebody, now you're stuck in that maze. So what is the maze? Basically, what did you want to steal from this person? What are you trying to do over here? What are you doing over here? You're just building your own, you're building your own maze, right? Without even knowing it. So now, zoop, here comes the tower. Here comes the fall. Here comes rock bottom. Spirit's like, oh, that's what you wanted to do? Okay, so I'm going to take you and I'm going to drop you right in front of that maze that you built. Everything you tried to do. What you try to feed people, what you try to project on people, what you try to steal from them. And you have to go through all of it. Not only do you have to go through that when it comes back to you, you know, by other energies, but you get to go in the fun room. And you have to face yourself in the mirror. The man, and you need to face yourself, meaning it's going to come down to it. You really don't have a choice. It just, you know, why did you do that? You're going to take accountability, or you're going to slay that demon. You're going to really get real with yourself. You're going to sit with yourself. You're going to work on yourself. Or, boop, you go back to the mirror. And that's when they say cycles. You're just going to go round, round, and round. Same cycle. Level one, level one. Okay, got through that. That wasn't so bad, right? Got through that. Now you're in level 2, right? Did you learn from it? Because if you didn't, you stuck in level 2. Shit. If you let, there's other energies, meaning people, places, things that, you threw that remind you, you built this. You built this. So everything that you build, what you reap, you will sow. You understand? Now, the thing with us, those of us who we have been building strong. We're not out here hurting people, this and that, but they try to come in our lives like, you know what? I'm going to take a piece of my bullshit and put a block in theirs. Am I making sense? Look, I'm going to put this right here. So, maybe they'll make my path easier, right? Thinking they can skip a level because they threw a fucking roadblock in your way, right? No, return back to center. It goes back over there. That is what they're trying to do. Hey, I hope this is making sense. Trying to steal your keys, your knowledge. Why do you think there's copycats? They try to steal your knowledge, the things that you've built, and blah, 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 right? So, you know what? Maybe I can get more wealth off this. Maybe I'm just going to act like them so I can get that girl or guy. Or maybe I can blah, blah, blah. No. People are sick of fake. We see through fake. Now, here's the thing. So, anyone can copycat. Ooh, you're all the same. Do you have a stamp? Stamp. What is that? Everything black and white. Yep. Just live in the... You all gray. You have no light. So you're trying to come over here. No. But I'm giving you the key to get out of that maze. If you listen, you can sit here and troll and talk shit. I don't care. That's what you choose. You're just building more blockages for yourself. You're only hurting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. I'm watching you like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm trying to help you. And, be mindful of knowledge on, where you're getting your information from. Because everywhere I go to the Most High. And if, I hear something and I'm not sure, I ask. But these are our downloads. What's the download? And it's these people, especially in churches, you can't just, God gives me direct messages, Who is they to understand when they still have, they can't even see. They still have this over their head. They still like, what? But I don't need to explain that to them, right? Imagine all the people, you know what I mean? Like people saying, about race, about politics, about what the fuck ever. Guys, that is division. If you're so worried about other people, why don't you do something to help the people without judgment? No one should be without food. No one should be without shelter. Why don't you teach them something? Why don't you help somebody besides sitting there talking shit, hexing and cursing? What is a hex and a curse? Speaking bad, judging, and ha-ha, he-he. Because you know what? The more you ha-ha, he-he, and wish on other people, here it comes. You're just adding levels to yours, and nobody's going to be there to help you out. So, I'm here to help you. Again, here's the key to getting to the next level, what I just showed. Quit worrying about everybody else. Quit, unless you're here to help and with good intentions, and you cannot do that until you build yourself strong. If you're still in level 1, how are you going to give someone advice on a relationship when you don't even love your damn self? But yet, you're just looking for a fuck. You're just, clinging on to other people. You got to find validation. You can't even go to sleep by yourself. You can't even go out by yourself. You can't even sit by yourself. You don't even know who the fuck you are, so you have to be around other people. Well, let's get through level 1, guys. Remember who you are. Face yourself in the mirror. Be real with yourself. Take accountability. Sit with yourself. Sit in silence. Talk to God. Get on your hands and go stand outside. Do things that you love. Get ego check. Leave your fucking ego at the door. Right? That's just like in the gym. I said, oh, there is no ego lifting. You got to earn the right to pick up heavy weight. You can see people, at, at the gym and they got 50 pounds just swinging it, swinging. I can swing that shit and curl it too. Why don't you control it? We gain more strength on the eccentric, on the way down. Control. Can you control your mind? Can you control your body? Can you control your spirit? The way you think, the way you talk, the way you react and what you do. Can you control that? You can't even control your own car. So, but yet the most people who want control have no control over self. Just saying. So they're trying to control everything all around them, but they don't even know who the fuck they are. They can't control their tongue. That's the sharpest, strongest muscle in the body. That's why it's your sword. What are you using it for? To uplift others? But that's what I'm saying. So when people sit there and put people down or just walk out, oh, it's raining, it's hot, oh, I can't do this, I can't. Well, then you can't. You're only cutting yourself. You're only cutting the branches off of you. Now, we see a dead tree, so you're a tree. So you look like a dead tree because you keep cutting your blessings off, you keep cutting this off, and you keep killing yourself. So we see you don't look that healthy. Right? But yet you're trying to project on others because you think, you want to hear something from others, whether it's validation or you want the sun on your tree so you can grow again, right? Is that what that is? Start with how you speak about and how you are and how you love yourself, because what good is a fucking dead tree? But then you hear people like, time, blah, blah, blah. Well, what good is going to work and what good is buying this and that and what good is a fucking family if you're just walking around like a dead tree? David Bowie. I don't know why I just got that. Never mind. Anyone could just walk down, push you down. A storm comes, boom. Then you got to start over, right? You build yourself strong now. You can provide shade. You can, like the fruits of your labor, what you reap, what you reap you sow. People like karma. Karma. Who gives a fuck? Karma chameleon. All your karma is look, maybe patience, right? Karma is lessons that we need to go through different levels to get to our higher self, our happiness, our peace. Heaven and hell is within your head. Where are you? Karma. No. Everyone's like, what did they get there? Why are you worried about who got there? They're already in hell if they're living like that. So once you stop giving a fuck, right? You move forward. Where's your energy going? Pour into yourself. Because we reap what we sow. If you reap what you sow and you're building yourself a maze right here, this is what I was just talking about, that you keep making it bigger and bigger and it's going to take you forever to get out. You're like, man, it's always a roadblock. It's always something. Well, what haven't you learned or what did you add to it? Because when you think you're hurting other people, you're just, no. Everything you do is making sense. 1443, 1210, 5555. I hope I'm making sense. But, and like I said, they were trying to put stuff in your way and do this and that. Remember, everything you do, what you reap, how you speak to others, how you treat yourself, your projections, your intentions. You can mask all you want, but everything is seen by spirit. You're being watched 24/7. Always. You get these weird people, I'm a witch. We're like, I'm the almighty, I'm the strongest, blah, blah, I'm this demon. Fuck all you guys. Y'all weak. Because nothing can go against the Most High. And let me tell you, right the fuck now. That's your hell. So, what was I saying? Once you understand, what did I say about the ghosts? dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You turn around, it has to stop, right? Bing, bing, right? We see you. Ooh, can't touch you. Quit worrying about it. So what I'm saying is when people are sitting there, oh, those who want the most control have no control. That's zero. You are in control. What you get up and do on the daily. Not what the TV tells you, not what this person tells you. Shit, I don't give a fuck who it is, right? What are you doing? Is it, are you eating better? Are you taking care of your body, your physical body, which your spirit lives in? Your mind. Because you ain't getting up. You ain't gonna continue if you don't have a strong mind. Hold on. Hey. Oh, and you know, like the retrograde. What does that mean? Where past things come up to see, you get tested. People, they're like, why are all these people, just all of a sudden it's hitting up this and that, or retrograde. Did you learn your lesson? And it might not even be the same person. It might be a different person with that same energy. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be a situation. It could be something in your life to say, did you pass that level? So, I haven't talked like this in a while. Guys, so be mindful and quit giving a fuck about these people going through it. Who was there for you when they wanted you kicked out? Who was there for you when they laughed at you because, oh, they're stealing money, or they're hexing, cursing your business, your life, you're this or that, and they're ha ha he he. That's okay. You continue to heal and be strong. I'm proud of you guys. You guys kept going, right? Setting boundaries and sticking to them. Continue. Now, like I said, all that stuff is, they thought they're, laughing over here and, oh, look at that, projecting. If you know, you know. A lot of people, a lot of you guys on here that been with me for a while, you're strong. You guys are healers. You're prophets. You're earth angels. You're strong. You're leaders. You see through this, So angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. We don't fight by flesh and blood, by spirit. I'm gonna let them handle it. Now come over here into my face. Like, that's how I drive. I'm real. If I got something, I'm gonna come up to your door. I'm knocking on your door. I'm gonna tell you. I don't get what these people who think they're adults, which they're not. 21, 44, 12, 14, 5, 5, 8. Hey, look at what she's wearing. Did you hear about blah, blah, blah? Excuse me? You look dumb. Let them sit in the corner. Those are the hyenas. Right? But then what? What was that, Lion King? The hyenas, and then, Mufasa comes to sit, like, they all run away. Now you're cowarding in the corner, right? I thought it was so funny over there. What's so funny? Exactly. Cold in the dark, miserable. So I'm just saying, guys, 1844, 36. Yeah, I haven't talked like this in a while. I've just been focusing on, and you guys, a lot of you guys are just focused on your bag, your money, peaceful. But right now, a lot of people are going through it because gates shut, doors shut. Now they're stuck. They have nothing. They have to face themselves. And everywhere they go, they're seeing, like, that's what it is. I'm seeing. So I would just continue to block and protect your peace and just do you. With a smile on your face. You gotta expect the message. Someone probably is trying to get a hold of you. Maybe someone you blocked. You got breaking free. You got dangerous. You know what? Oh yeah, I've seen you for signs. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, build your empire. We are here to build, and that's right here. It says pay attention to your health. You got Cancer. Oh yeah, I was gonna read for signs. So I'm just gonna, I pull cards how I want to, whatever's different, but I'm just gonna pull, what would I do? Fire signs. Fire signs, water signs. I'll probably do air and, I don't know, let's see. We'll start with water signs. And I hope you guys are doing good. Keep going. Remember, I know I talk a lot and I'm Gemini and my freaking mind's like, I can go all over, but if you see the message, you see the message. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. All right, so let's start. I'm gonna pull for Cancer, Scorpio, and then Pisces. Actually, we want to start with Pisces. Okay. We'll start. What do Pisces need to know? I'm going to pull some of these, and I'm going to quit explaining. Slow down, slow down. Something about people are finding out the truth. Something about 11 or 2. Check your second house, or maybe dealing with the Taurus, or what's the 11th house or second house? You got messages coming in. Some of you guys are intuitive. We got 10. Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini. Some of you guys could be moving for work. Something about a coworker. That's the truth. Some of you guys need to make a plan. What else for Pisces? Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer. Be mindful because they only want to, or maybe it's someone just trying to come in. They just want to fuck. Something about this weekend. So be mindful. Some of you guys got a secret admirer. That's the truth. Some of you guys could be hearing ringing in your right ear. Some of y'all need to buy a scratch off today. You want to fuck with me or not? I ain't got time. Quit putting up with bullshit. So some of you guys need to do a spiritual cleansing. I try to put you in bad health. Bad health means you've been questioning yourself, right? How would that feel to get exactly what you want? What would you do? Someone took you for granted. Again, I get something about moving for work. So make a plan. Some of you guys could be seeing 444. We got the letter P. We got D, O. Something about a sister. Could be wearing a mask. So 1-800-BLACK. What else does Pisces and Pisces placement know? We got 999 cycle closing for a new one to begin. So, yeah. Protect your spirit. Conserve your energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo or a Leo in your chart. We got the letter Q. Quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create the quiet time you need for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Be mindful of your spending right now. Some of you guys got a lot of shit going on, but something about hibiscus. I keep seeing Leo, so maybe some of you guys are dealing with the fire sign. Take your time deciding, use your intuition. You guys already know. Something about somebody's birthday. Slow ass evil person trying to mess with you. Who cares, right? Incoming Geronimo, right? Someone here could be an alcoholic. We got PQR. New level, new devils. So challenge yourself to do good. It's easy to be evil. Stop being a low vibe. So go after what your heart desires, right? How can you do that if you don't know what you love or who you are? So, hello, let me reintroduce myself, right? We got the moon, right? So, keep your head held high. They don't want to take accountability. They don't care. It could be, that's why I said fire, water sign. Someone's blind as a bat. So, keep with strong boundaries, and the key is self-love. That's the key to unlock the levels, guys. Get on my level, hope. So, okay, romantic feelings. Guys, level up. Shit is getting out of your way. Not everyone, everything can go with you. New love. So some of you guys could be getting new love or just loving yourself. Some of you guys could be working out again, getting better sleep, start cooking again. This person's time bothering you is up. Spirit stopping it because they had envy. Could have been dealing with the fire sign. Try to put a death to your purpose. But guess what? Turn those lemons into lemonade. That's what you did. And they're single. Maybe now they're trying to come back. Who cares? They talk behind your back. Poor stink. Some of them, something with sun in November. Cleanse your house. So some of you guys maybe need to move stuff around. Light a candle. Clean your floors. Clean. Now they're angry. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So they could be in emotions, or maybe you guys are water signs. Some of you guys could be seeing crows. Yeah, they're bothered about your bag. So some of you guys, you're leveling up, but people are going through karma. Don't give them no damn money. Who gives a fuck? Like I said, did they care when they're sitting attacking you? Poke. Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. No. What you reap, you'll sow. In the beginning, when I was talking about help the people that see the people that are real, that are getting up for themselves every day. Like I said, that lady, she runs that whole thing. She shows up every day and does everything day in, day out by herself. Not depending on what. She did that. She built that, right? She even built a motherfucking maze so people quit stealing. Those people are the resilient. Those people are the strong. Those people, they did it by themselves, and she built that. No one could take that from her. Right? All these businesses closing down because COVID. She even lasted through that. She built that shit and she did it, you know. Let's support those people who you see get up every fucking day. Those people, not the people like, you know, well, I did this and I just got stories about the past that I'm going to. Bitch, I don't care what you're going to do or what you say. Look, show me. That I don't go off words that people say. I'll put my eyes blind and I'll close my ears. It'll all be, you know what? Just how I feel. How about that? I could feel your spirit when I walk in the room. And that's what that's all spell work is. People talking. So they try to confuse you with their words. Not by sight, but by my spirit. My spirit can feel a bad spirit. I can feel a bad spirit. Hey, I can hang out with anyone. Little baby demons over here. I don't give a fuck. I can go over here. I can go over here. I see everything, right? I choose to come there. But what I'm saying is, when they call magic, can't touch you anymore because the illusion they try to put over your eyes, your ears, all this stuff, their magic does not work because boom, we see everything. Not only do we see, we get download, we get direct messages. Always. There is not one time when some bullshit's about to come to me, and I've already, that's what it is. So the more we clear out what no longer serves us and awaken and build our house strong, the more we're going to see there's no magic. There's no magic. That's called dark magic. When people do stuff with bad intentions, in the dark, manipulation, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that shit. I hope you guys can face that. I hope you guys can face yourself. Now you have to look in the mirror. I hope you're not angry. So anyways, what you're projecting, you get to go to the fun house and go look at yourself at all different angles. So remember, what you reap, what you sow. And everything's so fucking fake, lately, like, people are sick of seeing fake, the fake TV. I haven't watched TV in forever, but TV shows or, social media and stuff. Look, you could post this and that, but then people have to deal with themselves. They have to look at themselves in the mirror. I don't even go on there. I don't watch other people's, I just don't. Honestly, I don't care what anyone on Facebook's doing. I don't care on Instagram. Sometimes, I'll go on there and post when I was doing, I'm still doing training, but at a gym out here. But, I would post stuff to with training, little videos and stuff to inspire people. Not, you know what I mean? We're here to uplift each other, Not have a fucking pity party. Why are you having a pity party? You're upset, you're sad, your spirit hurts. Why? Who did that? Did you do that? What do you focus on? How are you talking to yourself? Who's around you? And instead of projecting it onto others, instead of dealing with the problem or ignoring it or, making excuses, because it's just keeping you stuck in that another cycle. Until you fucking face it, then it gets better, guys. And trust me, I've slayed every fucking demon. Hi. So I get it. Ones that people try to project onto me, and things that I had to heal from. So it's an illusion that you cannot get through this, What is fear? What is doubt? What is all these things that you're putting in your backpack on your journey, going off over here and here? It's heavier and heavier. You don't even know that you're walking around like this, right? It's making you sick. Light as a feather flying any weather. You know how good that feels to take that shit off? You're like, holy shit. It's kind of like, I'm training people for sprints and runs. I'll put the band around their waist, one of those bands. I'll get behind them, and as they're running this way, I'm pulling this way, right? So they have to, run harder. Now, when I take that band off, they go flying. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying is they're trying to hold you back, but I lost my mindset for a second. I'm gonna stop talking. But what I'm saying is once you cut them cords, once you break those chains, once you let go of people, places, things trying to hold you back, and it could even be yourself, you're gonna fucking take the fuck off, and they're gonna be, look, you can't take them with you. You're gonna turn around when they're walking where you going? Do you remember this? Oh, I need help. Nope, I'm going. And I'm not looking back. And that's a problem with people. They're always looking back. What are you doing? I'm moving forward. You right next to me? here, you know, over here, but I'm not, no, what's done is done. You know, and that's another thing. People get stuck in their past. We learn and grow and heal, move forward. When people are like stuck in their past, well, that person did that and that did that and da 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 da. And that. Okay, cool. Everything that came against me, everyone, everything, everything, every attack, every fucked up thing I did, or whatever other people try to do, shit, trying to kill me, try to take that, every spiritual attack. Thank you, because that made me strong here. It built my house strong, and you know, the places where I lacked, they wanted to come attack, so I built that stronger. So now I can't be shaken or breaking. You know what I mean? So when people try to come over here, they can't come into my house. They might try to look through the window, but you know what I mean? That's it. You're just looking. Why don't you go build your own house instead of trying to, you know, look into my house? Was that peeping Tom? Trying to tap into your energy? No. No. You don't even know who you are, so you're just making stuff up in your head. Guys, you will not have clarity if you don't know who you are. You don't have control unless you have control of your own self and the decisions you make. You know, spiritually, that comes with, you know, mental strength and how, you know, who you are, getting up for yourself. That comes with resilience, persistence, accountability to yourself, going and keep going and going and continue, right? Because, you know, say you're in a race, of course they're going to want to try to slow you down, this and that, right? Nobody wants you to win. Maybe keep up here, but not do better than them, right? So are they going to try to slow you down? And that goes with every area of your life if you're around the wrong people. Cut that shit. Let them go and take off, because your team, the people at your same, you know, frequency are going to be right there next to you. Come on, let's go. And they want to push you forward and see you do good. They ain't going to let you, they ain't going to try to slow you down. They're going to push you forward. Let's go. What frequency are you on? Just saying. Yeah, so much for the readings. And I said Pisces on there, but basically it's a collective reading. I'm going to change it to that because I'm not going to go through every sign, because, you know, we all do. People are mirroring the same experiences. You know, it just depends where you're at in life. Quit being in competition with anybody. We go at our own pace. Once people realize, what are you in competition? Well, look what they're doing over there. Why are you're so worried about that person? You don't even pay attention to yourself. It's falling and crumbling. Now you're sick. Right? Now you're sick, or you forgot about that. You ain't doing this. Or I don't fucking know. Or that time. You can't get that back, right? I'm just saying, you know, maybe you overlooked something that you should have saw. And now you're not even getting messages from the Most High. They're like, boom, in your face. You know, and then you got some of us, and we're sitting here telling you, because, you know, you've been warned, you've been shown, but you're so worried about that, and that, out of fear, or what they're doing, or I don't fucking know, that you missed the 10 million messages right in front of your face. So it's time to wake up. I'm not going to read through all the signs, just collect the message. I don't even need the cards, but those of you who are safe, and you know that, healthy lifestyle. Yep. And it's crazy because everybody wants love. God is love. That is the highest. You cannot. Love conquers all. Period. That's God. Strongest. That is everything. So what does everyone love? So if they don't love themselves, what they do, they look for material things. They look for it in relationships. They look for it over here, over there. They look all over. But here's the root. That's the root. Okay? Love yourself. Once you love yourself, you're not going to be looking for it and trying to make supplements, get supplements of it, when you can create it on your own. right? You have that within you. You just got to find it again. You know, because you're not going to be in a healthy relationship. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. And you can't depend on that person, place, or thing, you know, to just, well, that's what it is. You know, and depend on it. It starts with you, guys. I might come back. I've been talking for nonstop, and I haven't done that in a while. And I love you guys. That was the message, you know, every time before I come on here and speak, I'll just be doing whatever, and, you know, I'll get a channel message. I'm like, you know, I use my vessel, so use it to get the message out to anybody, even if it's one person. That's, you know, to help one person. I'm not worried about what no one thinks of me. I'm doing my purpose, and I use it for the Most High. You know, I'm here to help people become strong and healed and keep going and remember who they are, so they can, you know, get through this and live their best life. You know, I'm not on here. It's not a freaking fashion show, or it's just this is my purpose. You know, I'm a speaker, teacher, leader, and that's what I do. And just here to remind you guys that keep going, and quit worrying about, you know, just remember, once you see, you guys have been through all of this. So don't let them block your blessings or hold you back. Like I said, like they're holding you back when you're like, almost right there. They're tiring you out and you're pulling them. Does that make sense? Let it go. Go. Get there. You know, light as a feather, flying a dot, weighing the scales, balance. If your scales unbalanced, if they're pulling you back, it's, you know, it's not balanced. That's what I'm saying. All right, I hope that helped. If you guys like to donate, helps the channel. It's $Gains, GAINS 1982. Or just hit the like, subscribe, or I just hope that helped. That's all. So I might come back. I have to change the title, but it's a collective read, channeled what, you know, Spirit One we talked about. So choose your friends wisely. Love y'all.